Hey guys, it's your girl Naturally Nata here. I'm here today to do a different type of video than any other video that I've done thus far. I just really wanted to come on here and do like a wine and words of wisdom with Naturally Nata because I feel like I have a lot of words of wisdom to give. I'm 30 years old. A lot of the people that watch YouTube videos and that are actually YouTubers are a lot younger than me, and I just feel like I'm not saying I'm old, and I kind of feel old sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not saying I'm ancient and I'm like the wisest person ever, but I feel like I have a lot of experience. I've been through a lot, I have grown a lot, I have learned a lot. I feel like I have a lot of things that I could share with younger people, especially people that are in their low 20s or that are teenagers, that could really help them. So that's why today I wanted to sit down and talk to you guys about a very serious subject about how to be more at peace in your life and how to be happier. If you just don't feel like at peace, if you feel like you're all over the place, if you're just not happy where you are, this video can really help you. These are things that I've actually felt, and I have felt pretty recently. I would say ever since about 2014, 2015, 2016. Those years were kind of hard for me because I went through a lot of transitions. I had my second child. I lost a lot of my friends, just a lot going on, and I learned a lot of things. I got closer to God also in those years, and I just learned a lot. Like, I learned a whole lot to the point that I feel like I'm a totally different person now. Like, it's crazy. And I was sad. I don't want to say I was depressed because I know depression and words like that are really serious, and I never tried to be, but I was never clinically diagnosed as depressed, so I don't want to use that word. I was sad. I was not happy. I was not happy where I was in life. I wasn't happy really with what was going on in my life, to be completely honest. I wasn't happy being a mom. I wasn't happy being married. All this stuff was completely new to me. Being a mom of two young children. My children are only 20 months apart. So I had two kids under the age of 2, and it was really hard at first. And I wanted to kind of revert my life. I tried to make my life something that it was not. It's a lot better than it was. It's still a work in progress, of course. I still have a long way to go, but I'm a lot happier and I'm a lot more at peace, and I want to share the tips with you guys that I've learned and that I've implemented into my own life to help somebody else. If you want to know 10 ways to be more at peace in life and to be happier, just please stay tuned. These are in no particular order, but this first one is pretty important. Number 1 is to let fake friends and fake people go. Yes, I lost friends, a lot of them back in those years, 2014, 2015, 2016, and at first it really affected me, but then I realized that it was for the better. I know that it is very imperative to let fake friends and fake people go out of your life if you want to be more at peace and be happier. I don't care if that's a friend you've known for 10 years. I don't care if it's a family member that you've known since birth. If they are toxic in your life and they're not bringing anything of value to it, it's time to let them go. If they always bring you down instead of bringing you up, it's time to let them go. One little dispute or disagreement between the two of you causes them to completely dismiss you from their life. Let them go. Let them dismiss you from their life, because a real friend would never let one little dispute or one little disagreement between the two of you ruin your entire friendship or ruin your entire relationship, even if it's a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or ruin your entire relationship as a family member. You gotta let the fake people go. You gotta let the people go that aren't really bringing anything to your life. Maybe these are people that make you do things, not make you, but when you're around them, you want to do things that you shouldn't be doing or that you're trying to grow from. I'm talking about toxic type people to you, to your body, to your mind, to your spirit, to your character. There are people like that in your life that I know that probably everyone has in their life right now, and my advice to you is to just let them go. I'm going to definitely be doing a whole nother video on fake friends. I'm not going to go too in depth on that subject because I'm definitely going to do an entire video about how to spot a fake friend and how to know the type of friends and people in your life, the things that they do that you need to recognize to let them go. Somebody always putting you down, not bringing you up, somebody not supportive, somebody you can't be yourself around. Anybody like that, time to let them go. Letting go of these types of people will definitely make you happier. It did worlds for me. At first I was sad that some of these people left my life, but I'm so much more happier than what I was. My next point, which is accept where you are and be happy there. That is really, really, really important. Like I said in the beginning of this video, in the intro, I wasn't really accepting where I was. I wasn't accepting that I'm a mom of 2 now. I wasn't accepting that I'm married now. I wasn't accepting that I have to be a full-time mom now. I wasn't accepting that I can't go out and party. I can't go out and hang out with my friends anytime I want to. I can't go on a trip whenever I want to. I can't do this. I can't do that. I wasn't accepting that I was tied down. I am a carefree. I'm probably one of the most carefree people ever. Like, I'm just a free spirit. It's really hard to tie me down, but I'm finally tied down and I'm okay with that. I had to accept that that's my role in life now, and that is God's plan for me. That's just where I'm supposed to be. I can't change it. I can't try to change it. I can't try to live in the past. In my past life, I had to let that go. I feel like it's really important to just, where you're at, just accept it. Be happy there. Stay in the lane that God has set for you and be happy there. Find ways to be happy where you're at. Look at your lane. Look at what you have around you and be happy with what you have in front of you. Don't try to change it. Don't try to do things that you think will make you happy or that made you happy in the past. Just wherever you're at, be happy there. I can't really, like, what do I have to be mad about? That brings me to my next point, which is to realize what you have. I know a lot of people always say, oh man, it could be so much worse, or, you know, like, be happy that this isn't happening to you. Be happy that this isn't happening to you. And that kind of was like, okay, but a lot of bad things are happening to me. That's like kind of a cliche to say, just, you know, be happy. Just be happy this not happening to you. It could be so much worse. But when you think about it, it really could be so much worse. And you gotta realize how much that God has blessed you. You have to realize what you have around you and just realize that it could be worse. Like, honestly, it really could. Maybe some things that are really bad are happening to you. And it's hard to see that it could be worse than this because maybe it is pretty bad. Just try to find happiness in that you have your life and that it can change. Only way is up. Try to look at it like that and implement the other things that I'm talking about in this video and bring yourself out. Realize that you have a lot to be thankful for. Everybody has something to be thankful for if they're breathing. If your heart is beating and you're breathing, you have something to be thankful for. So I just want to talk about setting goals and focusing on them. That's kind of important too, and goes along with, you know, realizing what you have, and if things really are bad, set yourself some goals and focus on them. Setting goals for me really helped me because it allowed me to focus on them and not focus on anything else really. I don't want to focus on things that make me sad or things that I wish I could change or things like that. I have goals that hopefully when I accomplish them will help me change the things that I don't like in my life. It helps me to not think about other things that don't matter really. Focus on my goals and I'm focused on my family. So I think it's really important to set goals and just focus on them. Don't focus on people that are talking about you. Don't focus on people that don't want to be your friend anymore or don't want to be in your life. Don't focus on that. Focus on your goals and focus on achieving them and focus on getting that paper. Focus on flourishing. Focus on rising above. Focus on being successful, really. The next thing I want to talk about is addressing your issues, whether that be depression, anxiety, maybe hopefully now you have a substance abuse problem, maybe you like drinking. If you address those issues and you find a way to better yourself with those issues, like get better on them, focus on resolving those issues or those habits, it can really help you be happier. Just being completely transparent, I would say that issues that I have or I have had are drinking and with being sad, like I said. I went to the ultimate party school, the University of Tennessee in Knoxville, and it was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy to the point that I don't know if I want my daughters to go to college. That's how crazy it was. It was a blast. It was a fun time, but it was wild. Like, I just fell in. Like, I just fell into the party life. Even now, I enjoy a drink. I am having some wine right now, and I know that it can be an issue for me. If I let it go too far, if I don't control myself, if I don't think about it and really just, you know, control what's happening, drinking could definitely be a serious problem for me. I know that it could be an issue for me, so I try to think about it in that manner. I've had people that I know and friends have serious problems with drinking. People that I went to college with have serious problems and serious consequences from drinking, and that could be me. And I have to realize that I have to keep a lid on it. I have to keep a lid on my drinking. I'm controlling myself, and I know in the back of my mind that is an issue for me. So if you have problems with depression or anxiety, you need to realize that you have that issue and you need to try to change it. Try to change any issue, any bad habit that you have. Try to change it, and that will help you be happier. The next thing I want to talk about is stop caring what other people think about you. This is so true. If you're going to achieve some of your goals, if you're going to achieve some dreams that you have to stop caring what people think about you. You just have to do you. Do what you want to do. Stop caring what other people think about you. Always like having in your mind, oh, what are they going to say about this? Even your parents, what's my mom going to say about this? What's my friend going to say about this? What's this person going to think about this? Stop caring and just do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. You only live once. As long as it's nothing psycho or that's going to really hurt you, do what you want to do. Like, if you have a dream of doing something, you really need to do it. Especially if you're younger than me. That's one thing that I really regret in life, was letting what I thought other people thought about me, what I thought other people would think about me, and trying to fit in with a group of people that I shouldn't have been trying to fit in with anyway. It really stopped me from starting what I wanted to do earlier in life. And not to say, once again, I'm not saying I'm ancient, and I don't care that I'm 30. Like, some people might say that's kind of old to be doing YouTube, or, you know, not even being a big YouTuber yet. But I don't care. Like, that's enough. Some people might think that about me, but I don't care. You stop caring what other people think about you. That is one of the top ways to me to be happier. Just stop caring. Do what you want to do, and I promise you, if you do it and you do it well, those people that you thought might not like what you're doing or might like have something to say about what you're doing, they still might have something to say, but deep down inside, they're gonna like it. They're gonna either support you or they're not. There's only two options: support me or not. Either way, you're gonna be fine and you're gonna be happy. The next one I want to talk about is learn to be happy being alone. Implementing some of these things in your life, like cutting off fake people, cutting off people that are toxic, anybody that threatens to take you out of your character, this newfound peace that you're trying to find or that you have, anybody that threatens to disrupt that, just cutting them off. You might end up being lonely. You might end up being alone a lot of times, and you should be okay with that. You got to learn to be happy alone. I am kind of alone a lot. I'm not alone because I have my husband, I have my children. But as far as companions that other than my husband and my children, I don't really have a lot of people, and I'm okay with that. I text no one, really. I text people, but my phone be dry. Put it like that. My phone be dry. I text people every now and then. You have to learn to be happy alone to be happy, to be truly happy. Because if you're happy just because you have a lot of people, a lot of fluff around you, I don't feel like that's true happiness, because you learn how to be happy with yourself. Being alone a lot teaches you to be happy with yourself. And I think that's very important, to have true happiness and to be at peace in life. When you learn that you don't need all that background noise and all these people around you and people, friends around you. You really don't need that. All you need is yourself. And when you learn to be happy alone, it can help you to achieve goals. Because you're going to be focused on those goals and you're going to be focused on being successful rather than When's the next time you can hang out with this person? You're not gonna be focused on your phone. A lot of distractions get taken out of your life when you are alone. And when you learn to be happy with that, like fine with that, fine with being by yourself a lot, that's when some real change can happen, and that's a huge stepping stone right there. Man, this next one though, about to drop some knowledge on you guys. This next one is really, really important. Stop telling everyone your business. Let that sink in. Stop telling everybody everything, because everybody don't wish you the best. Most people don't, actually. Most people do not want you to succeed. Most people do not want to see you do well. Most people do not want to see you do better than them. And this is something that I learned firsthand. You'll have a lot of people around you when you're doing bad. When you're caught up in your habits, when you're unhappy, when you're a hot mess, when you're just entertaining to watch, entertaining to be around because you're such a mess, or you know, you're not doing good. You're not happy. You're not thriving. You're not progressing. You're not growing. You'll have a lot of people around you then, because they know that they're doing better than you. They might feel that they are better than you, but when you actually start doing better, when you actually get a man or a woman that loves you, when you actually find some happiness, watch those people drop away. Only the real ones, only the real MVPs will be left. I promise you that. I say all of that to say, stop telling everyone your business, because most people don't wish you well. And when you tell your people your business, things like jealousy, things like wishing you bad, some people might even be praying that harm will come to you, or that thing that you told them, like that great news you told them, they might be praying that doesn't go well for you. And I really feel like that can affect your blessings. That can block your blessings. And I honestly don't think that, I just don't think it's a good look to always just say what you got going on. The people that talk the most really have the least to say. That's something I always say. Think on that. And the people that are always talking about what they got going on in their life, all these good things, really probably don't have much going on at all. People that are really doing something, they don't have to say it. Big moves are not plans aloud. They're planned in silence. Lil Wayne said it best. Real G's move in silence like lasagna. Hello. I think that's how it goes. Is that what he said? He said something like that. Keep what you got going on to yourself. Keep it to yourself. Don't tell everybody, because most people don't want it to happen for you. Them putting that negative energy out there into the universe, I feel like that can really affect what you got going on. Just let your successes and let your actions and things that happen to you, just let that speak for itself. You don't gotta speak on it. Let God do the work. Let God brag for you. Number 9, we're almost done, guys. Number 9, the number 9 thing I want to talk about is controlling your emotions, controlling your thoughts. Stop thinking negatively. That's something that you can do pretty simply if you just really think about it. That can really affect your happiness and affect your peacefulness in your mind. Just resolve that I'm going to be happy and I'm going to be peaceful, and don't let any negativity come into your mind, into your thoughts. And that goes back to the people that you have around you. If there's people around you that are making you think negatively about yourself, or making you think negatively about others because they're always talking about people, or making you feel negatively because they're toxic, you gotta let those people go, because it will really help you in your mind to stop thinking negatively. And we don't want any negative thoughts. We want to control our thoughts. Watch what you think and watch what you say, and that can really help with your happiness. Like, you can't expect anything good to come from it if you're always speaking bad on it, and if you're always thinking bad on it. Just try to think positively, think happily. As a man thinketh, so is he. The way you think really manifests what happens in your life. So I try to think positively. I try to think only on good things, on happy things. If I find myself thinking negatively, I try to immediately shut it down. It still happens sometimes that I am negative, and I am trying to get to the point where I don't think negatively at all. Thinking positively and thinking only on good things and always just saying good things out of your mouth about yourself, about your life, about your future, about your finances, about your family, about your kids, about everything, about your friends that really are good friends, about everything can really affect your happiness and your peacefulness. Alright, number 10. The number 10 thing that can make you worlds happier and more at peace in life is God. I do not understand how people do life without God. Try the Lord. If you have not tried God, I would definitely say try. Try the Lord. Try God. Going to church and getting back into church and really listening. I've been in church all my life, but I strayed away. Had some dark years, but I've come back, and that has helped me with not only with myself, it has helped me with my marriage, it has helped me with my parenting. Just even praying and talking to God and just trying to learn more about God and reading the Bible, it really has helped me be happier. It really has. It really has helped me be happier and more at peace and realize that this is God's plan. The things that have happened to me, the people that have left me alone, the people that I don't have in my life, it was all good. It was all for the better. So now I'm just happy with it. The way my life is now, which is like completely different than what it was all for good, and it probably saved my life. If you don't go to church or you don't talk to God, you don't have a relationship with God, give that a try, because that is probably the best thing that you could do to be happier and be more at peace, because that's what God is. Peace, love, happiness, like that's what He is. So when you get to know Him, it'll come to you. That's the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. It's kind of hard for me to talk about some of these things because I've never been like this transparent on my channel before. Yeah. So don't judge me. I mean, that's what YouTube is. That's what, you know, blogging is. You have to be transparent. So I'm gonna try to be more transparent. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And please let me know if there's anything else you want me to talk about, especially young people. I can help you. I know that I can, and that's what really inspired me to do this video, because it's just been on me, like on my heart, that I need to start speaking because I have a lot to say, to the point that I'm like, I need to write a book. Like, I have a lot to talk about. Let me know down in the comments if there's anything that you want me to talk about. I'm gonna start doing these more. So just give me some topics, some ideas, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I can't wait to see you guys in my next one, and I'm almost at 10K, so please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And yeah, I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate everyone that subscribed to my channel. I just appreciate everything, and I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep pushing. I'm gonna keep being happy, and I'm gonna keep being at peace with where I'm at in life. My happiness and my peacefulness is just gonna grow. And I wish that same thing for every one of you, anybody watching this video. So thank you again, and I can't wait to see you in my next video, hopefully. Bye.